The world of trading is a graveyard of broken dreams and empty bank accounts. Every day, millions of people log onto their platforms armed with the best indicators, the fastest internet, and the latest news. Yet 95% of them fail. Why? They believe they are fighting the market. They think the big banks are out to get them. But the truth is far more chilling. The greatest enemy you will ever face in trading isn't a hedge fund, an algorithm, or a volatile candle. The enemy is looking back at you in the mirror every single morning. Welcome to the psychology of winning trades. Today, we aren't talking about RSI, MACD, or support and resistance. Today, we are opening the black box of the human mind to understand why some traders print money while others burn it. Most beginners approach the market seeking the truth. They want to know exactly where the price is going. They spend years searching for the holy grail, a strategy that never loses. But the winning trader has a secret. The holy grail does not exist. Winning psychology begins with one word: acceptance. The professional trader accepts that the market is a chaotic environment of infinite variables. They don't try to predict, they weigh probabilities. Imagine a casino. The casino owner doesn't know if the next person will win the jackpot. They don't care. Why? Because they know that over 1,000 spins, the math is in their favor. To win like a pro, you must stop being the gambler and start being the casino. You must detach your ego from the outcome of a single trade. A losing trade isn't a failure. It's simply the cost of doing business. When you stop needing to be right, you start being profitable. Our brains were not evolved for trading. For thousands of years, the human brain was wired for survival. When our ancestors saw a predator, the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, took over, fight or flight. In the 21st century, when you see a red candle dropping toward your stop loss, your brain reacts exactly the same way it did to a saber-toothed tiger. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic, shuts down. This is why you revenge trade. This is why you move your stop loss lower, hoping the market will turn around. You aren't being stupid, you are being biological. Winning trades are born when you learn to override your DNA. It is the art of staying calm while your biology is screaming at you to panic. It is the ability to execute your plan when you are terrified and to stay humble when you feel like a god. Discipline is a word everyone uses, but few understand. In trading, discipline is the ability to do nothing. 90% of winning is waiting. Waiting for the setup, waiting for the confirmation, waiting for the target. Most traders lose because they are action junkies. They feel that if they're not in a trade, they're not making money. But the psychology of winning dictates that the best trade you ever take is often the one you didn't take. The winner has a filter. They're like a sniper in the woods, ignored by the noise, waiting for that one perfect moment where the odds are stacked heavily in their favor.
Success is dangerous. In fact, for many traders, a winning streak is the beginning of the end. Why? Because of a chemical called dopamine. When you hit a massive take profit, your brain is flooded with a sense of invincibility. You feel like you finally cracked the code. You stop looking at your plan and start looking at what you can buy with your profits. This is the God complex. The psychology of a winning trade requires you to be just as cold after a win as you are after a loss. The professional knows that a win doesn't make them a genius, just as a loss doesn't make them a failure. If you start over-leveraging because you feel lucky, you aren't trading anymore. You are gambling with a temporary high. To keep winning, you must kill your ego before the market does it for you. Think about your last big winner. Did you close it too early? Most traders do. We are programmed to lock in profits because we are terrified the market will take them back. This is called loss aversion. But the math of winning is simple. Your winners must be larger than your losers. To achieve this, you need the psychology of abundance. You must believe that the market will provide more opportunities so you don't need to cling to every cent. Winning trades are often the result of doing less. You set your trade, you set your rules, and then you walk away. The more you stare at the screen, the more you invite your emotions to sabotage the trade. Silence the noise, trust your system, and let the market do the heavy lifting. Winning trades aren't made during market hours, they are made in the dark before the charts even open. Mental preparation is the armor of the successful trader. This includes the pre-flight checklist. Just like a pilot, the winning trader checks their mental state. Are you tired, angry, desperate? If the pilot is compromised, the plane stays on the ground. Visualization. Visualize not just the win, but how you will react when the price hits your stop loss. If you've already survived the loss in your mind, it cannot hurt you in reality. The Journal of Truth. Winners write down their feelings, not just their entries. They hunt for patterns in their own behavior. They realize that their mistakes aren't random, they are habits. The final secret to the psychology of winning trades is a total shift in identity. You must stop seeing yourself as someone trying to make money and start seeing yourself as a risk manager. Money is just the byproduct of good decision-making. When you focus on the money, you make mistakes. When you focus on the process, the money finds its way to you. Remember, the market doesn't know you exist. It doesn't care about your mortgage, your bills, or your dreams. It is a river of liquidity. To take from it, you don't need more luck, you need more self-control. Uncovering the psychology of winning trades is a lifelong journey. It is a path of self-discovery that is harder than any degree or any corporate job. But for those who master their minds, the reward is more than just wealth. It is total freedom. The charts are ready, the numbers are moving, but the real question is, are you ready to face yourself? The market is moving, and your mind is the only tool that matters. Don't miss our upcoming deep dives into the psychology of wealth. Subscribe now to unlock your edge. Your journey to consistent profitability starts with a single click. Stay disciplined.